Hello, everyone. Hope all is well. My name is Stacy Pryor, owner of I.M.B Studios and Podcasts. We are back with another banger with Miss Cyntoria Franklin with a powerful story on how she overcame depression, suicide, and so she has so much to tell us. So stay tuned so y'all can meet a wonderful young lady. I'm so excited about it. Hello, Cyntoria. How you doing today? Thank you so much for coming and interviewing with me today. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed, girl.
Good. I've heard so much about your restaurant, so much about your hair business, your oil business, your book. You got a whole lot of things going on.
I'm telling you, I'm a serial entrepreneur.
Man, I love it. Start from the beginning. Tell us about yourself.
I am a brave young lady from Chicago, the South Side of Chicago. Born and raised, I came here in 2000 and just been on the target of trying to just level up, you know? Yeah. So
you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Yes. So tell me about your book.
Oh, man, the book. So this book is based on my life. You know, it started off when I was in Chicago. I experienced domestic violence. I seen domestic violence, but a lot of it happened when I came to Nashville. Mm-hmm. So just overcoming some major obstacles in my life, experiencing unhealthy relationships. Mm-hmm. And so I just tried to find my way up out of it. You know what I mean? It was just something that God was leading me to. First of all, he wanted me to be the person that I was seeing in the vision. And he wanted me to just recognize what the symptoms and what the issues was when it came down to domestic violence.
Right. Well, if you don't mind, would you mind going in detail a little bit more about domestic violence and what you went through?
Oh, man. So I went through a lot of emotional abuse, physical abuse. A lot of it just related to things that I thought it was okay. Yeah. Of course, I went through some things with my ex-husband, and it was just a cycle of actually 3 relationships, not physical, but it was verbal abuse and emotional abuse. And I just you just never realize what people are experiencing inside their homes. And I was one of them that was experiencing some things, you know?
Right.
And so I was unfortunate. I was just married to someone that he had his own struggles mentally and emotionally. We just never know what's in front of us, because when we blind ourselves into our own pain, it's just a lot of things you just don't recognize.
Right, because so many women are going through it. Yeah. And a lot of women don't say nothing about it. They just go through the motions for so many years. So I really take my hat off to you for putting it out there and you being so brave and stuff. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. So with the book, tell us about your depression and suicide and where it took you, and how you made it out of it.
Yeah, depression pretty much started when I was younger. I didn't know what it was, though. I didn't know what it was, Stacey. I come from a home where mental health was a huge issue. Yeah. My mother had schizophrenia, and I didn't know what it was. Mm-hmm. That I used to watch her. She used to talk to the walls, and nobody was there. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? But it kind of confused me. Mm-hmm. But depression really became strong in my life in a bad way once I had got taken away from my mother. Mm. And so it just those emotions evolved, and it got bigger and bigger beyond my control, And so it just began right there.
How old were you when you experienced it?
I was probably around about between 11 and 14. Wow. Yeah. And so one of my outlets was self-cutting. And so I did that to take the pain away, because I was just a young girl. I didn't know how to release the pain, And so that was my choice. Like, everybody had this thing that they do to release some form of pain. And unfortunately, that was mine. And so that was something that I talk about in the book, that, I just went through some horrific things. Like, every day I used to count the days that I lived, because that's how much I didn't see myself living. I didn't see myself being on this earth. That's how deep depression can have you. Yeah.
Well, did you go to the hospital for it, or did you get medicine? How did you deal with that depression?
So ironically, it was one day, when I was fast forward, when I was taken away from my mother, we was placed in a home with my social worker. Well, actually, she was my father's wife, but she soon became my father's wife. But she was our social worker. But I just got, it was just deeply rooted in so much sadness. She was abusing me mentally. Mm-hmm. And so, it was just like, okay, I just started cutting. Mm-hmm. And I remember going to school one day and a counselor matter of fact, it was a security guard who seen me. Mm-hmm. And he was like, he's saying I was kind of acting all weird and things and blood. He's seen little patches mm-hmm. of blood going through my shirt. And not to be too graphic, but he took me to a counselor's office, the counselor's office in my high school. And that's when she gave me my first journal. Wow. And I started writing. And actually, the book is based on the journal,
wow.
Which I still have to this day when I was like 14. But the blessing is somebody was able to listen to me. Yes. Somebody was like, watching. So it's good to have those people, they say, don't be nosy, don't get in people's business. Mm-hmm. Yes, get into people's business.
Right.
If you see something that's unhealthy and that's very concerning, go ask for help.
Because so many children these days are taught that don't talk out of my house and, mm-hmm. or don't say nothing about what's going on. And they're going through all this trouble and all this abuse and nobody's saying nothing and raising awareness. So that is great if you had that outlet to, go through. But fast forward, let's talk about the organization, Past the Beauty, and what that's about, and what inspires you to start that.
So one of the things that inspired me, of course, I was, me being a hairstylist, I just wanted to do something for women that reminded them of their grace and their mercy and overcoming things, even if they was experiencing things. So basically, at the end of the day, how to heal.
Right.
I just remember listening to so many clients of mine sit in my chair and they would cry. They would talk about certain things that was going on in their life. And one day I was just like, God, just give me a name for this vision, because God showed me a long time ago, which I wrote in my journal, that I was going to have a ministry one day. And so I just sat at my computer desk. I said, Lord, just give me a name. And me being a hairstylist, Past the Beauty.
I love it.
And so
I love it.
Now that was my first step. The next step was to find a shelter who I can provide services for free. And it just grew from me doing hair for women and children. And it just grew, the organization just grew big. I started having domestic violence galas and just sponsoring families.
Do you still have those?
Oh, yeah. We kind of change up the theme now. Like I do adult prom and other things like that. We try to make it as much fun as possible. Yeah.
So, do you still do hair?
Oh, no.
Why not?
So, the reason why I walked away from hair is because I opened up a cafe.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, tell us about this cafe. I'm a big eater, and I love to eat. I want to have a conversation about these ribs. I've been waiting all week. I've been on your social media. I've been social media stalking. I've been all in your business. Let's talk about these ribs. And what day are the ribs on?
So we literally just started doing these ribs and barbecue chicken. So our goal is to do that Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
But we primarily serve sandwiches and salads. But hey, everybody's raving about this barbecue. So, hey, we'll see what God does on that.
You have to follow her social media, Past the Beauty organization, because the ribs is on there, and it makes you want to eat them off the screen. Oh, well, they are super, they look delicious, and they taste delicious, too. So, tell us, where are you located?
I am located 1400 Jefferson Street. We're across the street from Matthew Walk, and that's door to NAACP.
Okay, well, for those of you who know, we do share the same address. She is my business neighbor, so she's right beside I.M.B. Studios. Yes. So when you stop and see her, you can just come next door and stop and see us as well. So in the description below, you will also see her address, her social media information, and everything. Hey, don't forget, I gotta say this. Like and subscribe. I gotta say it. Yes. I had to get that out, Cintoria. So all the links will be in the description below. So hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm looking forward to doing business with you. Yes. Welcome to the Black Business District community on Jefferson Street. You better ask somebody.
Yeah.
Welcome, and I look forward to seeing you each and every day.
Thank you.
All right.
I want to thank I.M.B Foundation for this amazing opportunity. Thank you for having me. What's up, y'all? This is Cyntoria. Y'all already know who I am, but if you all don't, I am an advocate. I am a mother of 3 beautiful children. I am a business owner. I do a lot of this. I'm just a serial entrepreneur, but I love advocating in this community and many more. So for those who want to know, why is all this stuff up here? Let me tell you. My successful hair growth oil. It is the bomb. It helps with medical hair loss. It helps with women who and men experiencing thinness. It's the bomb. It has a peppermint oil blast that helps with anti-inflammatory. Look, and it's going to wake up those blood vessels. You definitely want to get that. If you have any fluids underneath that skin that's preventing hair growth, this is what to get. You better ask. There's many testimonies on that. Y'all know I said I'm a serial entrepreneur. Well, get this to set. This is the hair balm. This is great for braiding, oiling your scalp. You have to get this as well. This is amazing, amazing grease. Now, my candles is the bomb. They smell so good. It's tropical. It's self-made. I am a self-made entrepreneur. You better get some streams of income coming in, y'all. It is so much to do. This candle is amazing. It's almost like you want to eat it. You got to go get it. And speaking of food, Past Beauty Cafe, one of my greatest initiatives that started from my nonprofit, Past Beauty Foundation. We're doing amazing things, but we're offering this sandwich shop as a hub, as a matter of fact, a safe hub for the community and anyone that is experiencing domestic violence or bullying. Come see me. We have resources. We are the resource. Come check me out. And don't forget my book, Surviving Domestic Violence, Suicide, and Depression. Let me tell you my story.